Hi Leo, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I pre-shuffled the cards, but I'm going to pull some cards for you. I just want to shuffle a few more times. This is for Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as the Feminine's Mars and the Masculine's Venus. Today is January 3rd, 2020. This read is good for the first week or two, definitely for Leo, as well as for some, the end of the month will apply as well. All right. So for everyone watching, and the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all those concerned, and fill with beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you. Okay, here we go, Leo. Leo. Okay, first card out for Leo. The Six of Cups. So much you. The challenge being the Nine of Swords. The foundation for Leo is the Emperor reversed. And what's in the recent past for you? The Hangman reversed. What's in your head in your now moment, crowning, is the Three of Cups reversed. And what's coming up for you? The King of Swords reversed. Okay, how do you see yourself? You see yourself as the Two of Swords reversed. So some clarity might have come in. This might have come in for you. Around you, or how others might see you, is the Chariot reversed. Am I getting everything in there? Let's move over just a little bit. Okay, and then the blocks that you might need to work on or clear have to do with the Nine of Pentacles reversed, some powerlessness. And coming up to the end, we have the Eight of Swords. Somebody else had this in there as their last card yesterday. Can't remember which one it was, though. So I do a little hangman thing at the end here. So this card connects you to whatever is going to be hanging in limbo at the end of this read. So the connection is the Page of Pentacles, and then what's hanging in limbo is the King of Cups. Very nice at the end. So I pull another card for you guys. It could be more than one card depending on what comes up. But then I'm going to let you know at the end of the read, though. Okay. The underlying energy is the Seven of Swords, upright. And also I'm going to pull the lower cards to give you a little bit of backstory on that. So let's see what's going on. Okay. So we're going back to the Death card here. So there's been some kind of big life change or transformation in the underlying energies here, okay? We have the Death card, and then the Eight of Wands. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and then we have the Two of Wands, the Ace reversed of Swords, and then the Seven of Swords on top there is the underlying energy. So there's some kind of big transformation, and then a lot of back and forth about it as far as expressing feelings, energetic exchange. Could be the arrows of love as well, but I'm not getting a lot of that fuzzy feeling right here. But a lot of back and forth, the communications or travel after this ending. And then someone's back to juggling the daily grind, perhaps. And having to be patient. Not feeling like they have options right now in a split or a lie, cutting through the BS, and sneaking out the back here. So let's see why. It's like you're planning to make an escape. So you're pretending like everything's normal after this big change has happened already. And then and being patient for your time where you can make an exit. So that's kind of the energy going into this. So I'm going to be clarifying as well with the Rider-Waite Mini. The one on the table is the Gilded Tarot. And then I'll be pulling some oracle cards for you at the end as well. So we'll get a lot of information here. So why do we have the Seven of Swords guy there in the underlying energy, right? So a lot of people call that the liar, cheater, thief card, but it is a card of inherent risk. So it doesn't have to be anything bad, but it's about risk taking. And there in this deck, it's specifically, I'm having trouble speaking today, as you can tell. But in this deck specifically, it's very much about, you know, sneaking out the back, or maybe someone got robbed as well. That's possible here. Or maybe someone's stealing from a partner if there's a split, because there is that split energy here as well. Leaving some evidence behind, or maybe leaving a little bit behind just to remind that person of them before they leave. All right, so let's see here. And the recent past is the Hangman Awakened, and he's like, they're both getting out of here. He's making an escape, and then here, you know, you got both of these guys breaking out of the box there. So, Seven of Swords. Why do we have the Seven of Swords in the underlying energy and the Hangman there? So again, we have the Eight of Wands coming up again with the Devil. So making a deal with the Devil, right? And maybe found a way out of this deal with the Devil. Because here's that exchange back here with the Death card. All right. And the next card up is the Hierophant, and then the Seven of Pentacles reversed. So this could be it can be a marriage, so you could feel like your partner's the devil, right? So it can be a marriage. It can just be a Taurus person as well in a marriage, or any kind of partnership really. But it also could be a religious leader, it can be an establishment, any kind of traditional commitment. And here's somebody implementing a plan or a strategy to get out of here, right? And so there's a Capricorn-Taurus combination there. So it could be, they're both upright, but one's the devil. So there could be codependencies here. And could be as far as spending money, but I'm not really getting anything bad right there about money right now, just about implementing a new strategy to go forward. And someone's beelining it out of there. Right? So they're pretending like everything's fine so that they don't know, and then they make their escape. So the Emperor is in the foundation here for you, Leo. And this is why the Emperor is reversed, whether that's you or somebody else. Feeling trapped or in prison by the Empress reversed. So here again is a relationship. You're both reversed. And there could be children involved as well. Okay. That could just be happy memories of the past as well, but it's no longer working for you, and now you feel trapped by this person. Or you feel tied together in some way. Like this could be children. That part of it was good, so maybe that the children are getting older now. You're no longer getting along because it wasn't about you two, it was about the kids. And that's what kept you together. So that could be part of it. These cards are coming up right afterwards too, so there could be some kind of deception regarding a child, or this could be a rejection of love. It can be feeling vulnerable. It could be a spoiled child, right, who's always deceiving or lying. Or someone who's just used to always getting their way. So why do we have the Six of Cups is in the middle too? Both decks, it's upright, so that's really positive energy. All right, so somebody falling short, a secret's out, someone doesn't use their intuition, they fell short, or someone was played or got played. This is someone who doesn't use their intuition or didn't keep the secret, right? They let the secret out. This is somebody, could be a player for sure, but not really getting that since it's on the Six of Cups. It's more about falling short on energy, not being able to keep up the way you used to. You know, perhaps you have an illness that nobody knows about that got out. To the kids, maybe you didn't want the kids to know, but it's becoming obvious because you can't keep up anymore physically with them. And then we have the Sun reversed and somebody getting back on the horse again. So this definitely could be drained or an illness. It could be a child. Children are draining you, or a child with an illness. The challenge here is the Nine of Swords. So why is there suffering here and silence? A lot of stress. Could be purging or crying at night. Like at night, de-stressing by crying, and then back on the saddle again in the morning, you know, to do the grind. So the Nine of Swords is coming up with being, you know, standing up for yourself or to others regarding a painful ending or back pain, right? You just can't do what you used to do, but everyone's still expecting you. So now you're falling short of everyone else's expectations because you just can't do it, right? Your back might be really hurting. Or you might need to get regular acupuncture treatments. This could be any kind of back treatment if you're having back pain. But just it could be a betrayal or a painful ending, you know. Or there could be a connection that you're missing because you're stuck in a marriage or a commitment to your work. But there's some kind of connection here that's causing you great pain, but it's a good connection. So let's see, in your head is the Three of Cups reversed, which definitely could be a third party, but also can just be overindulgences, underindulgences, gossip, a bad group that you hang out with, right? So you are who your friends are. So you could be seen as maybe someone in your group got caught doing something wrong, and now you're going to be seen that way as well. Three of Cups reversed for Leo. So this what's coming up is the Page of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So this is like the word that's gotten around, and this is the actual truth. All right, so that's about gossip. And I'm not getting anything really bad, negative, like it's not reversed. It's just the word that's gotten around, which has been talked about too much. Not that anyone's trying to be mean, but they're just gossiping like normal people do. But the Three of Cups reversed isn't nice. But the message isn't necessarily bad, but the intention behind it is bad. However, the truth is out there too. So there's like the gossip and then the truth competing against each other. And what's coming up in the near future for Leo is the King of Swords reversed. Why? All right, we have the Ten of Cups upright. So this is about the King of Swords is reversed. So he's not happy, but it's like he's sacrificing to make his family happy. All right, and these are coming up too. So the King of Cups reversed is someone who may be emotionally detached in order to keep the group. It's like the sacrifice to make the greater whole happy. And maybe that's what he's been taught. So he's sacrificing himself so that everybody else can be happy, which isn't the right thing to do. It's about loving yourself first. And the other people, if they love you, wouldn't be taking advantage of you like that, especially if your health is suffering. So whether that's you or someone around you, Leo, it just depends. Because I don't have any outright fire sign court cards out here yet. We have Capricorn, we have Taurus out there. We have Scorpio, Sagittarius. We have Aries and Cancer. Okay, so we can have the King of Cups, definitely can be Cancer, but doesn't have to be. It can just be someone who's very loving. Let's see. And did I mention any air signs? I don't think so. Just the King of Swords, but I don't see a specific air sign coming up here. All right, let's see what's going on with with you. You're seeing yourself as this. So since you're seeing yourself as that swordy energy, you definitely could be the King of Swords. So you would have air in your chart. You could also be the Emperor. These could be two separate people, or they can be the same person. They're both reversed. And there's both either a soulmate energy there or children involved. So why the Two of Swords reversed for Leo? It's a very not fiery read for Leo. All right, so you're gaining clarity about the Queen of Cups, whether that's you or somebody else, and in their surrender at home. And there's the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So I want to bring them all out. So there's the fire coming up for you. So you could be the Queen of Wands here. And there's definitely a situation gaining clarity between the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands. This one in surrender at home, and this one is dropping their burdens and confessing. So it's like they're both giving up, right? So that could be you and anyone. It could be you and a friend, a sister, a relationship. Would it be two females? For me, I usually go by the depictions for the court cards, or which ones they are. But you, it's more like you're coming up as the Queen of Wands. But it doesn't have to be. You could be a water sign Leo, and the Queen of Wands could be a Sag or Aries or another Leo. We definitely have the Emperor here next to all this, which is an Aries energy. I'm just getting that you've been trying to make everyone happy at your expense. Or you're involved with someone who's doing that. Maybe you're the one benefiting. Maybe you did something wrong to this other person who's sacrificing for the family because you're one of the family who's benefiting from this. But maybe you did something you shouldn't have done, and maybe you're coming clean about it. Could be, like I said, you and a sister, you and a friend, you and another woman. There could be a third party because we have 3 of Cups up there. And then we have a mother energy over here too. We have the parents because we have the Emperor and the Empress both reversed. And the children. So it's like these could be the parents of these children. So they could be grown children that with another child here as well. With children here. Could be, it could just be rejection too. This doesn't have to be a child. These could just be parents, and this is 2 daughters of the parents. Someone might feel rejected, or somebody might have had an abortion or miscarriage as well, one of the kids. And having to deal with that. Maybe the sister knew, but the parents didn't, so now the parents are both pissed. What's around Leo, though, around how you are seen, is the Chariot reversed, which is being stuck. Maybe you feel broken. Maybe you had a breakdown. Maybe you had an accident, or your vehicle's not working, or you're stuck traveling with people you don't want to travel with because you're mad or you don't like them. So stuck in a car or stuck in a plane for hours, or needing to go to the hospital in an ambulance. Gaining clarity in the situation. Maybe, you know, someone has a little bit of a breakdown. Gaining clarity about the Emperor reverse could be definitely be somebody who's abusing their power. And then we have the Ace of Swords over here, and then trying to escape from lies and split. And the Eight of Swords at the end could be someone who gets caught in their lies or whatever they did wrong at the end here. And definitely could be the King of Swords since he's reversed. So there could be parents and grandparents involved here. So it's a little confusing because there's a lot of different energies. The block that Leo needs to deal with has to do with powerlessness. The 9 of Pentacles reversed. Losing money status and power. Or just being dependent on someone else. So that's coming out as this. So someone might feel dumped, overwhelmed, pushed to their emotional limits. Or just someone broke up with them. They're crying all the time. And this is feeling like their world is disheveled or upside down. Or just feeling like you're in another world. So someone doesn't like being dependent, whether it's a child or your partner. This one doesn't want to be dependent on this one. All right, and then the King of Swords comes out again, reversed. This is someone who's letting go of all of their emotional attachments. They don't want this anymore. They don't want the dependence on them anymore. Phew, I'm sweating too. This King of Cups could be you, Leo. I'm getting that more than the King of Swords. King of Cups too. This could be the King of Cups. The Leo, the Aries Emperor. That could be Leo as well. Whew. So it's like you as the Emperor gaining clarity on the situation. about Cancer and Aries we have here, and then the other signs that came up, but these are right around you. Cancer and Aries. And people dependent on you that shouldn't be dependent on you anymore. You could have parents living with you as well, or you could have your partner expecting you to support them as well as all of their family members if they're sick, which may or may not be your responsibility. All right, so why is there the Eight of Swords at the end? It's a little complicated here. Why the Eight of Swords at the end for Leo? Well, there's your family dysfunction there. So living with this family is a prison. So there we have these grown children being completely dependent, powerless, spending all your money and being lazy, not doing anything to help. Or it could just be someone with disability. And this one just, maybe they never had to work, and now you need them to work and they're not. So dysfunctional family issues, and it's mostly about money right there, because they're all three Pentacles cards. It's interesting because there's no real Pentacles except for the block, and then the issues here with the imprisonment. This energy in the middle is either kids or it's a soulmate. And that's really positive. But there's nothing else in here that's positive for you. Because you're staying, this is not the situation you're in. That could just be kids who you love, or it could be a soulmate third party, which is good, right? There's truth here. And yet everything else around you is negative for you right now. So Leo, what's going on? We have the the Page of Pentacles after the Eight of Swords, prison, which is, it can be a child who's trying to help, but it's too little, or maybe it's too little too late. Or it could be an opportunity or invitation coming out of this imprisonment, which leads you then to the King of Cups. So again, the King of Cups could be the Emperor over here, if that could be you, coming back to your normal self of being a loving parent. Why do we have King of Cups here at the end? Okay, so you're choosing a new path in an awakening, or it has to do with ego, or you had a light bulb moment about something, or this King of Cups does if that's not you. And then we have these two big cards coming up as well, which is Judgment and the Chariot. This is like a big announcement made. This could be a final decree on a divorce. It can also be a call to action. It could be someone who makes announcements online that you like to watch. Call to action. Here's a big, bold move. This is a big change at the end of this read for Leo, okay? You may not be the person directly involved, but you could be like the parent of whoever's going through this, all right? And you have to deal with it. Either you're living with them and they don't want you living with them, or you're just dealing with children and you're not getting along right now, or not seeing eye to eye. But this is about you making a bold move. And this is to maybe let go of status and money for your highest good, or for their highest good, to help them do this. So I'm going to pull these two because they want to come out. There's a Page of Wands who's inspired by the Queen of Pentacles. Again, that could be the third party. And this does not have to be you, Leo, although it can be. This can be a child as well. It could be another fire sign who you're around, or it could be you. But there's definitely a King and Queen of Pentacles right there. The King is reversed and the Queen is upright. Whew. So this deck ends up with the Magician reversed underneath, which has to do with insecurities and manipulations. And this is somebody who could have Alzheimer's. It could be a parent with Alzheimer's, like I said, or mental disease, or someone who's over-isolated. Like, this is a terrible combination, because this is like someone's mental here. Okay? This is the underlying energy going into this read. There was love here, right? After ending a fight or competition or a game or losing, offering love to someone who's maybe crazy here. Or just, like I said, someone could have Alzheimer's, Or someone may have lost their tools, so they don't know how to handle the situation, so they're over-isolating, right? And it's just making them a little crazy. So the other, I told you I'd pull an extra card at the end, so the next card is the Tower. So this is in the aftermath of the Tower here, right? So we're at the end, and then we have the Page of Swords as well. So in the aftermath of this crazy stuff that's been going on, then a message comes in to address the situation. So this is good. So I'd love to hear about what's going on with you guys, Leo, because it's a lot. So let's see from the numerology deck. So what does this all mean for Leo? So the kid or soulmate energy is the one positive thing right now. Everything else is kind of a cluster F. All right, numbers for Leo. What does Leo need to know about this read? Use your intuition. Number 22 is the Fool. And this is the sacral chakra energy. Use your creativity. This is your sexuality and your creativity to inspire you, right? To open your heart and take a leap of faith. And then the bottom of the deck is surrender. So you need to surrender. So you haven't been loving yourself first, and now it's time to do that. All right, what else? We have romance angels for Leo. Surrender, Leo. Or help somebody else to surrender. If it's not you, it's the person you're dealing with or someone around you, like family or somebody at work. All right, Leo, what is the advice for you here? You have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. The underlying energy is engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay. And then the Kipper deck. What's the Kipper deck have to tell you? For Leo, January 3rd, 2020. Leo. Okay, the main female, she keeps coming up a lot. So we have main female, and then we have despair for the masculine energy. Okay. So either you're not happy with someone or somebody's waiting for you. And here's a wealthy man. So that could be going from poverty to riches or vice versa, or it could be two separate people where maybe this person's in his way. There's unexpected income, though, coming into him. And then thoughts of someone else, which definitely came up in the read. So definitely could be a third-party situation. But there's definitely despair, and the underlying energy is the thief. Like, who's taking from you? Who's stealing your life or your money? And here's the energy behind that is the death of a mature woman, perhaps, or of a community. Because here's the main male. We go from the main male to the community, right? Or the community that accepted him when he was young, perhaps. And the death of that community, or the death of a mature woman, which could be a mother, or the ending of a relationship because they stole something from you. All right, one more. We'll just do Metatron, and that'll be it for you guys. All right, one more card for Leo. Leo. About some kind of split or lie, and sneaking out the back, escaping the box, no longer being trapped, with a little bit of help from yourself or from another. We have the King of Swords reversed and the King of Cups upright for Leo. What do we need to know here, Leo? And we have the Emperor and the Empress here present, both reversed. And then the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands, both upright. All right. Transformation, light and dark. Right? Allow it to happen. 31 is expansion. Could be conflict, but also games and competition. Allow the light and the dark. Love all of yourself and allow yourself to expand past your limitations. And air, fly free. Again, 13, death and transformation. And then authentic self, which is 46, which is the children in the garden, the really positive energy. Who are you? Who's your real you? Who's that soulmate who you're reflecting? 46. Who's your authentic self? Okay, and then heart healing comes up right after that, really green. 39 is that Knight of Cups. Heal your heart, Leo. The underlying energy is love, relationships, and harmony. A lot of pink comes through here. Number 6, the Lovers. So there's definitely some kind of third-party relationship going on here, whether it's you or someone around you. Either way, make sure to drink your water and get your rest, Leo. Rise and be loved. Bye.